Hello YouTube, how's it going? It's StarSedz here, and in today's video I wanted to briefly go over 5 simple tips that you can use to help your car look better and sell faster on Craigslist. Now, going into our first tip on how to take better pictures of your car, it's actually pretty sad that I have to even go over it, or to even have this as my number 1 tip out of these 5 tips, but please take horizontal pictures. If you take pictures that are vertically, it doesn't just make your car look teeny because you have to fit your car into the picture frame, but it just gives an impression that you didn't really take the time to sell your car properly by taking a good horizontal picture. Tip number 2 on how to take better pictures of your car online is very simple. When you take pictures of your car from whatever angle it might be, do not cut the car off the frame. And what I mean by that is that when you take a picture of your car, make sure the entire car is in the picture and it's not being cut off. Tip number 3 on how to take better pictures of your car is something that I see the least on Craigslist, and that is that when you take pictures of your car, take pictures of your car from all angles and take pictures of the exterior as well as the interior, and usually it's a good idea to also include a picture of the engine. Now, I actually had to go to the dealer section of Craigslist to find somebody who did this very well, and as you can see, he starts with the front of the car, and as he shows you more pictures, he goes around it, and it almost looks like as if the car was in a circular plate and it's spinning around, and it's a nice way to show the person who might be interested in your car that there isn't just anything sketchy about your car, that you're not hiding some crazy dent or the bumper is off in the back. And even if you do have some kind of damage to your car, you're being transparent and you're just not being some sketchy guy who's trying to hide something. I wanted to start off tip number 4 with a very simple question. I went ahead and looked at Mustangs from 1999 to 2004, so they're all similar. And out of all of these cars that you see, which one sticks out? Which one pops? Which one stands out the most out of all the other cars in this selection? Now, from my view, the ones that stick out the most is clearly this one below. It's a red Mustang, and it sticks out because the color of the car is clearly different from the background. And I would say that maybe the second one that stands out the most is probably this white one, and the third one that sticks out the most might be this yellow one. And that's because when you take a picture of your car, you're going to be competing with a lot of other cars. And as for tip number 4, do not blend your car with the background. For the 5th tip, I went ahead and brought a very good example. And when you take pictures of your car, have it close and have it centered. This is a very ugly looking car, but he did a very good job with the pictures. And as you can tell, the bottom of the car and the bottom of the picture is spaced just as much as the top of the car and the top of the picture. And it's not just the top and the bottom that are spaced evenly, but the sides. The front bumper and the back bumper are both evenly spaced. Well, maybe a little more in the back than the front, but this is a very good example of what you want to do. So I've already gone over 5 easy, simple tips that you can do to make really good pictures of your car and to have your car sell faster. But I've seen thousands, and I mean literally thousands of cars on Craigslist and their stories, and I figured why not just give you guys some extra juicy tips that you don't learn until you see tons and tons and tons of cars for sale. And for juicy tip number 1, wherever you decide to take a picture of your car, I would avoid taking pictures of your car on grass or dirt unless it's some kind of off-roading vehicle. This one is on the dirt and it needs a head gasket. Okay. This one, he's selling parts off of it, so I guess it's not running for whatever reason. It doesn't have a title. You can see there's a van here, and the motor has issues. It's not running. Let's continue looking. This one is on the dirt, I believe, or some kind of gravel. And this one has a timing belt that broke with no title. This one was wrecked. This one has been sitting in some guy's house and needs a new fuel pump. And I'm just clicking on all of these cars just to give you an idea that when you take a picture of your car on the dirt or on the grass and it's not some kind of off-roading vehicle, it gives an impression that your car doesn't work, because if your car worked, you would be driving it around on the road and not leaving it parked on the dirt or on the grass. So that's number one for my juicy tips, and I'm gonna go over some more, but this is something that a lot of people do on a really nice car, and like I said, it just gives some kind of impression that there's something wrong with it. A second juicy tip on how to take better pictures of your car is to never have the first picture of your car with the hood open. Because think about it, whenever you're driving along the highway and you see a car that's stopped on the side with somebody around it, the hood is usually open, and quite frankly, you already know there's something wrong with the car and it's not on the highway because it's broke and the person has their hood open. This next juicy tip is for the people who purposely cut off their car, break one of the 5 tips that I've given you because they're concerned about their license plate being shown online. And if you don't want to take your license plate off, you're kind of lazy about it, or you already took these really awesome pictures but you just want to get rid of your license plate, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly go over an easy way to hide your license plate, and I'm gonna do it live with this truck right here. And all you need to do is have your picture on your computer, and I'm gonna save this image. And if you have a Microsoft computer, use Microsoft Paint. If you have an Apple computer, use whatever comes with Apple or maybe something online. And when you go to Paint, just open a picture of the car that you have, and once you have it, you're going to use one simple tool. Now, some people go to this stage and hide their license plate, but what they do is that they get some ugly color, right? I'm sure you've seen this before, and they just like doodle all over it, and it kind of looks a little crazy. And the worst case is when somebody actually puts their finger in the picture to hide their license plate, which is the worst way to do it. But there's actually a very nice tool, and it's this little eyedropper looking tool. And what it does is that when you click it, it copies a color that's already on your picture, and you can use that color to hide your license plate. So in this license plate, I'm going to go ahead and pick this color right here because it looks like something that's all around the license plate. Pick a really thick size, and all you do is just go over the license plate. There you go, and then you're going to see that once I zoom out, the car is there, the license plate is not there. And it doesn't just take away that concern about privacy, but it actually looks kind of nice because it kind of resembles, like I said earlier, those dealer cars that are absolutely brand new or very shiny that either don't have a license plate in the front or don't have a license plate to begin with. So I've gone over 5 tips to make your car look better online, as well as 3 additional juicy tips that are really helpful. And if you think that this video has helped you out with your pictures, I would appreciate it if you just leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. And once again, thank you for watching this video, and thank you for taking the time to look up online how to take better pictures of your car, because you have no idea how much it helps your car to follow these 5 tips and these 3 additional juicy tips and to compete against all the other cars that are just like yours. So congrats for doing that, and thank you again for watching. I hope you have a good one.